Let me be very clear with you right from the start. If studying harder actually worked, most of you wouldn't be failing, stressed, or desperate for shortcuts. You'd already be winning. The fact that you're not tells me one thing very clearly. You're confusing effort with effectiveness. And that mistake is costing you time, energy, and results. Pause for a second. This matters. Most students aren't stupid. They're inefficient. That's the truth. I've watched people grind for hours, sacrifice their weekends, kill their social lives, and still end up with average grades. Then they look at the person who barely studied and think, "What's wrong with me?" Nothing is wrong with you. You were just taught a terrible system. And like most people, you followed it without questioning it. Here's the hard truth. Education doesn't reward time spent. It rewards performance. Exams don't care how long you sat at your desk. They don't care how tired you were. They care about one thing only. Can you produce answers under pressure? If you don't understand that, you'll keep working harder and getting nowhere. Let this sink in. Schools teach compliance, not efficiency. Sit longer. Read more. Take endless notes. Highlight everything. That's not learning. That's obedience. Real learning happens when your brain is forced to retrieve information, not when you're comfortably rereading the same page for the 5th time pretending you're productive. Most students do the same thing every exam cycle. They reread notes. They highlight textbooks. They tell themselves they'll start early. Then they study late at night, tired, distracted, and stressed. They feel busy, but when the exam comes, their mind goes blank. That's not bad luck. That's the predictable result of a bad system. Let me prove something to you right now. Try saying the months of the year backwards. Don't pause. Just try. Feel that discomfort? That hesitation? Good. That tension you hate is exactly where learning happens. If your studying feels easy all the time, you're not learning. You're building familiarity, not memory. Most people miss this part. High performers understand this. They don't chase comfort. They chase results. They know struggle builds memory and comfort builds illusion. If you're always relaxed while studying, you're doing it wrong. Now here's something you can do today. If you're watching this and you have something to study, set a 30-minute timer and work on one week topic only. Not 5. Not everything. 1. That single change alone will put you ahead of most students. This is why time limits matter. If you give yourself all day to study, you'll take all day. That's not discipline. That's laziness disguised as effort. Set a hard deadline and your brain switches into execution mode. Pressure doesn't hurt performance. Lack of pressure does. Stop saying, "I'll study today." That's meaningless. Say, "I'll finish this section in 40 minutes. Deadlines create focus. Focus creates output. Output creates results. Another brutal mistake I see constantly is trying to learn everything. That's amateur thinking. About 20% of the material produces most of the exam results. Professionals hunt leverage. Amateurs drown in details. Top students don't ask what's interesting. They ask what's tested. Past exams, repeated questions, instructor patterns, topics that keep showing up. That's where the marks are. Everything else is noise. Listen carefully here. Here's a move that separates thinkers from grinders. Study the answers first. Exams follow patterns. When you understand how answers are structured and graded, you reverse engineer the test. That's not cheating. That's intelligence. This works because of active recall. Forcing your brain to retrieve information strengthens memory. Rereading feels productive, but it barely moves the needle. Feeling busy doesn't win. Results do. Now let's talk about your ego. Revising what you already know feels good because it protects your self-image. You feel confident. You feel prepared. But confidence without capability collapses under pressure. Real gains come from attacking weaknesses, the things you avoid because they're uncomfortable. That discomfort isn't a warning sign. It's a growth signal. Don't isolate topics either. Connect them. Build systems in your head. When concepts link together, understanding becomes durable. Memorization fades. Understanding lasts, especially under pressure. Now let's talk about something people love to ignore. Energy. If you're exhausted, you're useless. Sugar crashes kill focus. Sleep deprivation kills performance. You want better results? Act like performance matters. If I had an exam in 7 days, I wouldn't panic. I'd identify patterns, target weaknesses, run timed recall sessions, review mistakes, and protect sleep. No drama, no theatrics, just execution. Burnout isn't a badge of honor. It's proof you're inefficient. Studying smarter isn't lazy. It's professional. Used correctly, AI can eliminate wasted time. It can generate practice questions, clarify concepts, simulate exams, and expose weak areas quickly. It's not a shortcut. It's leverage. But tools only work if your system is sound. If you use AI to avoid thinking, you lose. If you use it to sharpen thinking, you win. The best performers track mistakes obsessively. They don't repeat errors because they don't tolerate them. Reviewing mistakes locks learning faster than any highlight or rereading ever will. At some point, you stop being a student who studies and become someone who performs. That identity shift is everything. You stop asking, "Did I study enough?" and start asking, "Can I execute when it counts?" So here's the bottom line. Study less. Focus harder. Execute with intent. That's how you win. Not just exams, but life.